One of the biggest problems of Nergal is that it's incredibly slow, and you easily find yourself either lagging behind your team or getting swarmed by the enemies. But despite its awful dynamics, Nergal is a fun tank to play and offers unique playstyle. You see, our tracks extend super far beyond the actual armor, and if angled correctly, can be used to protect our lower plate or lower plate of our teammates. Placing my tank like this, I use tracks as cover for my friend's lower plate. All of the incoming shots in my tracks will be absorbed. Now imagine the amount of tanks that have strong hull armor but weak lower plate that will benefit from this team play. I can already see young entrepreneurs offering services with the mobile lower plate cover. I mean, if placed at the corner in the way we did, you are literally breaking the game. In spots where you're supposed to play side scraping, you can now play hull down. This can be an insane advantage. Although this technique seems overpowered, please don't be deceived. Nergal is a very difficult tank to play because it's slow. Often you choose the flank to play once per game, and you either win that flank or just die trying. And if you hate slow tanks because of this, Nergal might not be the right tank for you. But I'm going to teach you a couple of tricks to make slow tanks work, and perhaps after watching this video, you're going to give them another try. Let's start with understanding Nergal's armor. As long as enemy doesn't have 270mm of pen, we are almost invincible at corners. You want to peek with your front and avoid side scraping because of the weak spots on the side. All you have to remember is to angle your tank at which your tracks fully hide your lower plate. Fun fact, on one side of Nergal, fire is placed exactly where the weak spot is. But to easily remember where the weak spot is, just aim around and above this thing. It is going to be an easy pan. Make sure that while playing at the corners, you're not showing enemies these weak spots. It is super easy to remember correct angling while using the miniature of your tank. Aim at the enemy, turn your tank, and as soon as you're gone in this position, you are set. Now you can peek around the corner with the lower plate fully covered. One of the hardest questions for me to answer about pretty much any tank in the game is this tank worth it? I low-key hate these type of questions because I don't know full context of what you like, what's your skill level or personal preference. And as much as I would like to help, I am afraid recommending something you might end up struggling with. And so, instead of saying whether this tank is good or bad, let me show you what Nergal struggles with and what it is capable of, so you can form your own opinion. We are going to have a look at a couple of games where we are going to be struggling a lot because of our speed. The main problem is that you aren't able to influence the battle, rotate from one side to another one, and if one flank is falling, which you chose to play on, there is often not much you can do. Our first game is a classic example of a map where you're gonna go either left or right. And being as slow as Nergal, you don't want to miss out on action. And so I decided to brawl against the heavies. What I failed to realize at the time is that my team, in the face of Grom, TS54 and SU-130, are pushing literally suicide position. And once they're dead, I'm not able to go back to the base. And despite the fact that the game just started, it already looks pretty bad. The only option that I have here is to try and kill Carnarvon and TS5 as fast as I can. Otherwise, we are going to have cooldown tanks in front of us and also enemies coming from the back. And this is something that everyone can use to improve their chances of winning whenever things are going south and you're about to get surrounded. Try to break through one of the flanks and get a little bit of space for you to maneuver. Unfortunately for us, it is not going to be the case. And with the aggressive play by the TS5, they're just going in having number advantage and playing exactly as I would play in the similar fashion. As much as I would like to be able to retreat and play maybe in the position where our T103 is playing, in order to be able to fight enemies that only coming from one side. Unfortunately, I don't have the speed to do it. And by the time I arrive in this position, the game was already lost. But things get even worse whenever you're playing against your 10s on a map where important position to influence the game on this map, it would be south, is just simply unfeasible. Having 24 kilometers per hour top speed, it would take me simply way too long to cross open space where I can be shot by the tank destroyers before I find cooldown cover. But let's imagine I'm crazy enough and I decided to go and break through south. If enemy have faster lineup to occupy like the ditch, I'm going to be without position, I won't be able to run. So it is logical that I decided to go and play against the heavies. But as the time went by, they just refused picking against me. And I don't have the balls to go and push tier 10 heavy with my Nergal. So I patiently waited. This resulted in us losing south and losing the game. We are getting surrounded. By playing with Nergal, I realized that this tank is very reactive. You aren't able to make plays unless it's perfect map for you or perfect matchmaking. In most of the cases, you are just reacting on what is happening on the battle and trying to get the best out of it. And unless you are able to predict how the battle is going to develop, to position yourself perfectly in the game, you're going to be struggling with this thing. And this is something that I'm going to teach you using this round as an example. If you have any experience with the heavy tanks, you understand that most of them are going to be playing around 8-9 line. But knowing that I'm super slow, I'm trying to understand if it's even worth going there. If you paid attention, our VK had stock gun and our Yoke tank had stock turret. So this is two tier 8 tanks that aren't able to fight to the full of their ability. However, on the enemy side, we have Turtle 1, Type 63, TS54. Those are the premium tanks and they come fully upgraded. On top of that, our tier 9 heavy tank, Progetto 66, decided to play on the middle. And it is precisely why I tried to warn our Grom that he is going to play on the flank with the two stock tanks. Hence, it is teammates that you can't fully trust. 1 minute later, Grom and stock tier 8 tanks are dead. What a surprise. And the only reason I wasn't a part of this slaughter and didn't get overrun by superior enemies is because I was paying attention at my team, trying to compare the composition to the enemies. And based on my prediction, enemy would have a higher chance of winning. Especially that I'm not able to arrive there in time and our tier 9 heavy tank decided to play middle. This is situational awareness, and once developed, it's going to help you to win more games no matter what kind of type of tanks you're playing. Our community is very good at being passive and following standard patterns. In this game, we had two stock tanks and they went on the heavy side without giving this much of a thought. However, if they were to take defensive position, create crossfire, they would be a part of this victory. Winning or losing can be affected by a variety of things. One team can just be lucky, another one can have a strong tank. But it all comes down to the individual play. So, next time you're playing with a slow heavy tank, try to see how many of the enemies might potentially go towards heavy flank. And those tanks usually have a little bit of armor. And pay attention where your team is going with armored tanks. And maybe it's not always going to be the best option for you to go and roll the heavies. One of the misconceptions that I hear a lot by the players is that it is very important to have control over all of the flanks, not to get surrounded. I have a little bit different opinion about it. One of the most exciting games will happen when one of the flanks is fallen. And if you were smart enough not to end up in the situation when you get overrun by the enemies, you survive until the end of the game and know positions which to take to deal with such situation, you're going to have a lot of fun. And so, allow me to demonstrate the best games that I had with Nergal by using my experience in World of Tanks, predicting how the games are going to go based on position of my team. And the first game is going to be on AB. As you can see, we only have Grom and TA32 covering this flank, with the IS-22 playing all the way on the zero line. But what's the most important is that Borask have not spotted a single enemy. That means we are going to have a lot of them on this flank, and this is the exact reason why I'm playing so defensive. My idea here is to make it hard for tanks coming from one line to pick against the TA32 and Grom to win as much time for them as possible. And I want to pay your attention how I'm sitting somewhat in the open instead of going into position where Hori 2 is. The reason behind it is that between us around 70-meter distance, and if I wanted to use these rocks to protect my pool, it would take me much longer to go back when enemies will start pushing. All this time I have been asking my team to go back in more defensive position because I knew that we are outnumbered. Unfortunately, they didn't listen and they end up dying. And now I would like to pay your attention to how much faster I'm going in cover compared to the Hori 2, despite the fact that he is faster. And all of this was possible because I decided not to play by the corner, but in the open instead. This resulted in me saving all of my HP. But those can be quickly gone once you are fighting numerous tanks and exposed to the enemy RT. That's why I'm trying to be playing by the cover of the rocks on my right. This way, I'm somewhat covered by the RT, while enemy is fully exposed. And so, with paying attention to the minimap, trying to gather as much intel as possible on how this battle may develop, we end up stopping this flank from falling, keeping our HP and farming 2.1 thousand HP, 2.2 thousand HP without losing a single hit point. This is a great example how positioning can win you games. I feel like this is an area where a lot of players lacking in, and I would like to encourage you to work on your understanding of how the game develops, so you can choose your positioning more wisely. World of Tanks is an exciting game with lots of tactical decisions. Learning about the strength of your tank and then using terrain to your advantage is the most exciting thing in World of Tanks. And that's what I did in this game. And now I'm wondering how this game would end if I wasn't present in the battle. But what is apparent is that we successfully hold the flank and end up winning an entire game. That was nice. In the next two games, I'm going to show you what Nergal is capable of fighting numerous tanks at once. And even being one shot doesn't mean that the game is over for this tank. During this intense fight on Himmelsdorf, I lost ability to speak. I needed to use all of my energy on focus only. And guys, it was well worth it. Despite the fact that start is a little bit rough. We are going to lose most of our HP at the beginning, but that's where the fun is going to begin. Yeah, he found the weak spot. He found the weak spot, man. Who did I spot? Those guys? I'm in very shitty position now. Like... Well, we made pressure a little bit too soon, guys. Okay, my team is pushing. I need a high roll. He's shooting gold. That was a good spot. Now they know where he is exactly, and it's no surprise. Oh, Leo is one shot. Leo is stuck. I mean, look, this is how you put, like, this is just perfect. With this tank to peek on the corners like that. Oh man, how did we survive? If the enemies don't know what they're doing, like, this tank is going to shine. For real, for real. I have no idea, guys. How did we manage to survive through this? Our last battle is going to be extremely difficult. Soon, I will realize that our field is in huge danger. And if we waste any seconds, we are going to get surrounded. But, as I taught you previously, if you are about to get encircled, you have to fight your way out of it. And hence, I'm going to make a decision to go and break through the city in order to be able to come back and fight for our base. But it's not always goes according to the plan. This final round is perfect summary of everything I said before. We are going to see an exciting game where one of the flanks is losing. They are going to be breaking through the city in order to be able to ensure we aren't getting encircled. And if you guys apply these tips for your gameplay, slow tanks are going to be very enjoyable to play. Please enjoy the show. Oh, dude! Man, they're like cockroaches came out from every corner. And there I was thinking that I can make a pressure. Wow! Wow! That should be illegal. This is, guys, this is the best position for T103. He's invincible. In that spot, he cannot do anything. You cannot do anything against him. Forget about it. And of course, with a 300 pen, he can just shoot me in the turret. Okay, dude. That is insane, man. I wonder how many games he has with the tank. Chat, your prediction. How many games? How many games does one play to learn that spot? We have to count in thousands. Do not underestimate my Nergal, bro. Yeah. 20 HP, but fighting back. Imagine fire, guys. Kill that shit! Kill that shit! Nice. Oh, he's there. It's gonna be my last gold round, guys. Oh no, we are pushing in. Oh no, this is the worst decision ever. Well, let's just hope that our enemy team is not going to cap. But our team decides to push. Well, I have to be with them. Can you activate clan boosters after this round? Surely. I will. Please go back. Please go back. For once, go back. No, 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 no. Come back! Oh my god. No, I looked the wrong way, man. I looked the wrong way. It was so winnable. I think I should have picked here. What was I thinking, man? I was actually thinking that they're gonna pick there. But players, they need to learn, man. They need to learn. You cannot push enemy base. Protect your. If you really want to cap enemy base, dude, just go back and protect your own, and then go cap. But that's it. That's simple as that. This gamble on who is going to cap first is to. It was so winnable. Wait. Don't tell me. Okay. Shit. He died. I mean, if Kilana goes in and kill him, it's gonna be worth it. Oh! It's his ass! Come on. Wait. Here! He's there! Go in cover! Wait, go in cover, bro! Oh no. He's gonna get another one? He's dead. Okay, SU is on reload. We heard the shot behind. Push, 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 push. Push, 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 push. So he don't get in the bushes. As long as he does not get in the bushes, that's it. You need to go. You need to go on the left. You need to go on the left, so you spot him trying to run away. Perhaps you need to go slightly. Look here. Oh, he ran away. That's why you want to go a little bit to the left. Okay, we're gonna look for the trees. Chat, we scan the territory for the knocked trees. Oh, there he is. Dude, no way, man. A team that actually came back. I was so certain we're gonna lose. I end up throwing my tank, kinda. Woo! No way! They actually listened, man. They actually get back. And if only I would peek at the bottom, I had a chance of killing 2 tanks as well. Man, on city maps, this tank slaps. My friends, at the beginning of the video, I said that I want you to form your own opinion about the tank. And now I would like to hear from you. What do you think about it? And whether I did a good job explaining the weaknesses, but also the strength of the tank. Please let me know, how did you enjoy the video? And I'm going to read your answers. Thank you for watching, and until the next time.